Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
After seeing severe weather in the FM area earlier today, some areas are still grappling with storms. Meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli continues to monitor conditions this evening. Let's head on over now to Justin for the latest.
And thank you, Katie. Good evening, everybody. Starting off with the severe weather risk, we have an enhanced risk of severe weather for the southern half of our viewing area, slight risk for the northern half, meaning that a line of thunderstorms could develop and there could be some widespread damage from thunderstorms. All modes of severe weather, including large hail, damaging winds, and possibly tornadoes are possible over the next 4 to 5 hours. Here's what we're seeing right now on the radar loop. First off, we do have some strong thunderstorms, a significant weather advisory in effect for northern Marshall, Kittson, and southwestern Roseau County until 10:30, with some isolated areas possibly seeing penny to nickel-sized hail. Also heavy rain, lots of lightning, and possibly some gusty winds making our way down toward the Grafton area and between Michigan and Grand Forks as of right now. But we're tracking areas just off to the south of Jamestown and Valley City. We do have a front making its way through, and our models are indicating that the strongest to most severe storms could be in this area, with discrete cells developing that could produce some tornadoes as the storms move on to the east. They could form into a line and be very strong wind producers, especially into the southern valley and lakes country. Temperatures ranging from the lower 70s out toward Bemidji all the way into the upper 80s into the Aberdeen area, and it's very humid out there with dew points in our western counties into the low to mid 70s. That's oppressive humidity and surface winds around 10 to 20 miles per hour, flipping around from a southeast to a northwesterly direction as that front makes its way through. So we do have the chance of some showers and thunderstorms, some of them strong to possibly severe during the overnight hours, and temperatures will be very mild and humid into the low to mid 70s. We'll have everything else you need to know about these severe weather chances tonight, and a look at your 7-day forecast. That's coming up later in the newscast.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. One person is dead after drowning in the Cheyenne River in Fort Ransom, North Dakota. Emergency crews responded to the call of a possible drowning around 1:30 this afternoon. Officials say they received reports that 2 kayakers had tipped over in the Cheyenne River. When crews arrived on scene, one of the kayakers had made it back to the shore. Officials say the other person was not able to make it back to shore and drowned. The person that drowned was not able to be identified at this time. A body was recovered at Johnson Park in North Moorhead around 4 this afternoon. Officials say a caller reported what appeared to be a body floating in the river. First responders were able to locate and recover the body. The Moorhead Police Department is currently working on positively identifying the body and notifying family members. Officials say there is no indication there is a threat to the public. 2 men are in the hospital after being shot last night in Portland, North Dakota. Police responded to a report of multiple gunshots around 9:30 near 7th Street. 42-year-old Sarah Ricks shot the 2 men, then locked herself inside a van. Police set a perimeter around the van and then evacuated the area.
For almost 4 years, I have never seen and felt this kind of harsh weather in my life.
Residents in the Fargo-Moorhead area have quite a bit of cleaning up to do after severe storms hit earlier today. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie spent the morning driving around, checking out the damage and talking with those who were affected.
For some, the rain and windy weather only brought a yard full of debris, twigs, and branches.
Just more of a menace than anything, you know.
But for others, the storms were far more than a little menace. This was the case for Raymond's next-door neighbor, whose roof was completely ripped off the top of her trailer.
And then I was looking out the window right here, and my hands were on it, and I could feel my trailer kind of gonna go over, and I heard these weird noises. Next thing I know, I saw this roof just go up in the air and fold in half and fall down.
Mund says she has lived in her trailer for 10 years now and has never experienced any kind of wind like today's. Mund wasn't the only one who suffered severe damage from the storm. Just 15 minutes away at an apartment complex in Moorhead, a family said they woke up to their house shaking when an uprooted tree slammed into the front of their apartment.
When I came out, I saw that this tree was uprooted, and I just checked with my neighbors. They say nobody hurt, fortunately, but it's still scary.
The tree covered the entire front entrance of the house. The family said the tree nearly went through the window where their daughter was sleeping, and that they were lucky no one was hurt. In the FM area, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
Most of the damages at homes were minor. Residents say they're planning on clearing it all up quickly in case of the possibility of more storms. These storms today are also to blame for an apartment building in South Fargo losing part of its roof. This exclusive video captured the force of Mother Nature as winds blew off the roof. The incident happened at the Nest Apartments along 35th Street South. The huge chunk of the roof landed across the street from the building at another residence.
And then you hear all the trees snapping. And then all of a sudden we look over it and the top of the roof, boom.
It was incredible. It was like being in a tornado. We just didn't know what was going to happen. We were hanging on. I told him start filming.
There's no word yet on whether any apartments in that building sustained any damages inside. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says there were 2 rollover crashes on I-29 earlier this afternoon as a result of the storm. The first crash happened near milepost 63 in Fargo at 12:30 this afternoon. A delivery truck was traveling northbound on I-29 when a strong gust of wind pushed the vehicle onto the passenger side. The driver suffered a minor injury and was cited for failure to use caution in hazardous conditions while operating a commercial motor vehicle. The second crash happened near milepost 70 around 1 p.m. A pickup pulling a camper was traveling north on I-29 when a gust of wind caused the vehicle to swerve and then overturn. The truck and camper came to rest on the driver's side, blocking both the northbound lanes and shoulder on I-29. The passenger in the vehicle, or both passengers in the vehicle, suffered minor injuries. Northbound I-29 was closed at exit 69 for nearly 2 hours.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
And let's start off with our map as of right now. You can see the frontal boundary that is going to make its way through over the next 3 to 5 hours, stretching from the Northern Valley all the way back down here to west of Jamestown. First off, let's take a look at where we are having the thunderstorms as of right now. Some stronger storms with heavy rain, lots of lightning, and possibly some hail and some gusty winds stretching from the Grand Forks area up north toward the Canadian border. Right now affecting portions of Kittson, Marshall, and Roseau County, but Walsh and portions of northwestern Grand Forks County. Also getting some thunderstorm activity as of right now. Nothing severe from this one as of yet. We are watching an area basically from the Carrington area, points off to the south, approaching the South Dakota border right now. You can see the frontal boundary starting to set up and some showers developing. No lightning as of yet, just off to the north of the Jamestown area. This is the area that we are looking at for possible strong to severe storms, and this activity will continue to make its way through if it does develop, moving into the Southern Valley and then eventually Lakes Country until it's out of our viewing area just before daybreak. That's what we have as of right now on the radar. Tornado watch in effect from Carrington south toward the South Dakota border. This is through 1 a.m. and it basically is from Bismarck to Jamestown as of right now. We will see if the Storm Prediction Center does issue another watch going through the overnight. Current temperatures ranging from the lower 70s out toward Bemidji, some areas close to the South Dakota border into the mid 80s as of right now, and we do have the heat and the humidity too. Dew point values across most of our Minnesota counties into the mid 60s to near 70, but lower to mid 70s out west, out toward the Devil's Lake area and the Jamestown area. Just oppressive humidity that will serve to fuel these thunderstorms that do develop. Surface winds mainly from the southeast around 10 to 20 miles per hour, but as you can see, Jamestown and points off to the west have flipped around to more of a northwesterly direction. That is the clashing of the air masses that is going to cause cause the severe weather for tonight. Here's what we have on the surface map. We are in a warm sector as of right now, strong southerly winds with a cold front making its way through, and we just need a little more lifting, and areas from Jamestown, Valley City, points off to the south could see some severe weather, but everybody across our viewing area as this front makes its way through between now and daybreak tomorrow has a good chance of seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast with that line developing and making its way through. We're going to have storms into the northern valley, but we are definitely focusing on the area Jamestown, Valley City south, discrete cells possible of producing possibly tornadoes, and it could form into a line that could be a wind maker as it makes its way through Fargo and then eventually Lakes Country later on. After we get past this, it looks like a nice day on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies, still seasonably warm. Some of us seeing a good amount of sunshine with highs getting into the mid-80s. 85 your high into the Fargo area. That wind from the north around 10 to 20 miles per hour, and low to mid-80s most everywhere else, and mainly a dry day for the day on Monday. Can't rule out a passing shower. They will be isolated though, as Monday's highs into the lower 80s, which is still not bad for this time of year. Let's take a look at the extended forecast. There's your nice conditions, but seasonably warm for Sunday and Monday. Partly cloudy skies, lower 80s, and then we get back to the chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but temperatures cooling off. Mid-80s on Tuesday, but upper 70s Wednesday and for July 4th on Thursday. And then mainly dry approaching next weekend. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny, and temperatures not bad for this time of year, into the lower 80s.
So it looks like the majority of our concerns are tonight.
Tonight, between now and daybreak, especially if you live in the southern half of our viewing area and off to our southwest.
All right. Well, thank you, Justin.